Good evening. At this time, we ask that you silence all cell phones and refrain from the use of artificial noisemakers. All right. Now, please join us in saying the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please be seated. I would like to take this opportunity to introduce our distinguished guests. Assistant Superintendent of Curriculum and Student Services, Ms. Sheila Lightborn. School Board Chairman, Mr. Tim Bryant and wife Beth. Our Principal, Mrs. Lee Martello. And our Assistant Principal, Ms. Ashley Miller.
Good evening. Welcome. I want to thank all the staff, parents, and sponsors for gathering here today, And a huge thank you to Miss Adams for putting all this together. I would also like to personally thank every staff at Laurel Hill School for putting up with me and for making these school years the best. To Miss Chandler and Miss Fugate, where do I begin? Y'all have been there for me since the first day we met. I really don't think I could have gone through these school years without y'all. Y'all were like another mother to me, but in school. I am so thankful to have both of you. Words could never describe how much I love each one of you. To Miss Clary, Miss Gibbons, and Miss Croom, thank y'all so much for letting me help with the kiddos. Thank you for helping me decide what I want to be in the future. I only hope to be just as good as first grade teachers as y'all. To my parents, half of this diploma should be y'all's. If it was not for both of you, I would not be standing here today. I am so thankful that you adopted me. I know I'm a handful, but life without y'all would be terrible. Who else would answer my 3 a.m. phone calls or run up to the school every time I need something? I love both of you so much. Now to my friends, thank you so much for putting up with me and getting me through my roughest and easiest times. To my lower classmen and my upcoming seniors, cherish every moment you have with the people that you love, because just like that, it's gone. To my classmates, have fun, achieve your goals, and dream big. Why? Because we made it.
I'd like to do one last thing. Could I have Miss Chandler and Miss Fugate come up here, please? Miss Fugate, come here. Miss Chandler, you have been there for me the whole time. And I would love to give you this. And I'll give Miss Fugate this.
So much.
I love you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Amy.
Now please welcome McKenna Hounds for a come leader address. Good evening, everyone. I'm McKenna Helms. I am the cum laude graduate and vice president for the class of 2023. And beyond half of the class of 2023, I would like to thank all the family, friends, teachers, and staff being here to celebrate this memorable moment with all of us. When we were younger, we would play firemen or superheroes and worry about nothing more than saving the world before the recess could end. We would all be so excited to come to school and tell our friends what had happened over the weekend. During the summer, we would always be asking our parents when school would be starting back. However, now that we have gotten up older, our outlooks have changed. We dread the end of the weekend. We never have to tell our friends what happened because they were there, and if we can't remember, I'm sure our Snapchat memories will. But most importantly, we dreaded the end of the summer. The end of the long nights sitting around the fire, listening to music, playing cornhole, or even just the endless laughs. But now we are here, mere moments away from being graduates and having to be in the real world. At least that's what my brother calls it. In the real world, our outlooks will change once again. We will hear our parents' voices in our head telling us that we should have soaked up every moment of high school because these are the best years of our lives. And when we realize they were right, it'll be too late. So for this moment, before the diploma hits our hand, I say we take a second with a deep breath to soak up this last memory before it is too late. Because once we walk across this gym, it's over. With that said, I do not want us to think of this as an ending to a book, but as a series to the start of our lives. I would also like to thank a few people in particular. Firstly, my parents. Thank you both for always pushing me to be my best and being in my corner no matter whether I was in the right or wrong. Emma, thank you for always making me laugh whenever I'd rather cry, and always being up for whatever venture we could come up with. My aunt always trying her hardest to guide me in the right direction, even though I had to do it my way to figure it out. Laramie for trying to keep up with everything going on in my life, so when we did finally hang out, it was like nothing ever changed. But mostly to the people who never gave up on me, even whenever I was ready to give up on myself. To my fellow graduates, I would like to thank all of you. Whether we never spoke more than a few words or talked every day, you all individually had an impact on me. I will always think of you as family, no matter how far from home you get, whether you end up in Montana or stay in Laurel Hill for the rest of your lives. I want nothing more than to see you all succeed. My wish is that in 5 years, we're all exactly where we wish to be. Now please welcome Riley Bodie, our Madam Cum Laude graduate.
honored to stand before you today as we celebrate all of our accomplishments. Today's the day we have all been dreaming of for years. Every year we sit in this gym thinking about how one day it will finally be our turn to sit in these chairs and reminisce all the memories from Laurel. Standing here speaking to all of you right now doesn't even feel real. Deep down, I feel like a scared little freshman who finally realized high school is not in fact like it's portrayed in the movies. I want to take a second to thank the faculty and staff for the continuous love and support. Y'all have never failed at making this school feel like one big family, and I will be forever thankful for that. Miss Williams, I want to say a thank you, and honestly apologize for always ranting to you before basketball games, or just randomly coming into your classroom at every time I have a minor inconvenience. You always gave me the best advice, and I will forever be thankful for that. I want to thank my friends and family for everything. There are no words to describe how grateful I am for you guys. Without y'all, I wouldn't be standing where I am today. Thank you. Thank you for the overwhelming amount of love and support and guidance, even though I might have done the exact opposite of what y'all have advised me to do just a few times. And then once again, I had to tell my dad he was right. He's always right, even though I hate nothing more than admitting that. I would also like to thank my coaches first. Coach Katie, you were the reason I fell in love with volleyball. Every single day, I looked forward to walking into this gym and listening to you yell at me about my setting board. I would do anything to experience that one more time. My favorite memories from school will always be me and Layton sitting on your classroom floor, eating every single one of your snacks and telling you all the gossip. I miss you more than words can describe, and I love you always, Coach. Coach Campbell and Coach Seymour, you both stepped up this year and took a group of girls with very big personalities and even bigger attitudes and made us a team. You both are the reason I fell back in love with volleyball, and I couldn't have imagined a better senior season, and I am so thankful for the bonds I have created with you two. Coach Carl, Coach Eve, and Coach C. You three already know how much I love you guys and your families. Y'all are definitely the reason I love basketball as much as I do, but you three haven't just supported me as an athlete, you have supported me as a student and as a person. No matter what, I always know y'all will be in my corner, and I can't express how grateful I am for y'all coming into my life. Y'all deserve the award. Y'all deserve the world. Coach C, I'll always be your little twinkle toes. Thank you for always being my second mom, even though you've made me run so much in this gym that I have thrown up in the bathroom multiple times. I wouldn't want to do that with anyone else. Finally, I want to thank my friends. We've laughed through those hallways and we've cried through those hallways, but I wouldn't change it for a second. You guys have always been there for me whenever I needed you the most, whether it was me calling you in the middle of the day telling you to hit a parked car in the school parking lot, or it was always being the loudest people in these bleachers during my games. I love you guys. And last but certainly not least, Layton. How do I begin? Some of you know that me and Layton hated each other in elementary school. It was awful. Because we played against each other in Little League softball, which when you're young is a valid reason to not be friends. But then 6th grade volleyball tryouts came around. I was scared out of my mind, but Coach Smith and my mom forced me to get out of the car. But then that day forward, we just clicked. And now we're standing here 7 years later, watching each other graduate from different schools. I love you more than words can describe. I know you'll always be my biggest fan, and I'll always be yours. I love you. I want each and every one of you sitting in these chairs today to know how proud I am of you. I'm so excited to see where life after high school takes you, and I wish you nothing but the very best in your future successes. Thank you. I would now like to introduce our summa cum laude graduate, Brianna Mott.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for being here to celebrate the graduating class of 2023. I'm Brianna Mott, and as the class president and summa cum laude graduate, I am very honored to be able to stand up here and speak to you today. It's unreal how fast time went by. I remember when I first came to the school back in 7th grade after homecoming week. I thought I had walked into the wrong class. Right away, Miss Williams sat me next to Michaela Lundy. I was startled by her loud excitement when introducing herself to me. Desiree quickly reminded her that I was new and told her not to scare me away. That was almost 5.5 years ago. Times have certainly changed since then. People come, people go. We grow up and go through different times. You may have the same friends as you did back then, or you may have new friends, while others have annoyed the living daylights out of you for the past 5.5 years, calling you best friend, even though you told him to leave you alone. Jacob. Through the years, we have definitely learned some life lessons. Nothing lasts forever, so make every moment count. Some things don't come easy. 1 + 1 is actually 2, and I can now prove it through some long mathematical explanation. Overall, we've learned that life will throw some vast curveballs and will test you in all areas of your life. But through it all, you still made it here today. However, I am not here to tell you that those will be the worst times and that everything will get better. It's quite the opposite. I'm here to tell you that life is not done testing you. When I was in 7th grade, Miss Williams gave us an assignment to find a song that best suits the 7th grade year. I chose Welcome to the Jungle by Guns N' Roses because I felt it fit us perfectly. We were a crazy bunch of kids back then. If I was asked to find a song for after graduation, the song I'm an Adult Now would come to mind. You gotta get up and take on the world, because life is very different after high school. The world will not wait for you. You will have bills to pay, a job that will test your limits, as long as internal struggles. Trust me, life is a merciless giant waiting for a worthy fight. You will be challenged every day, which will make you bitter or better. The world will try to break you. Overall, it's your choice whether you become its victim or victorious. You should be able to look back in 30 years and be proud of how hard you worked and never gave up. Become the inspiration in someone's life. Be the reason others work hard as well. First, I would like to thank my parents for teaching me the hard lessons and how giving up never gets you anywhere. I'd also like to thank Miss Chandler and Miss Fugate for always talking me through difficult situations. You always have such wise advice for handling high school drama. You understand me and my quirky personality and thoughts. I really enjoy volunteering in your classroom. How you teach all those kids, I will never understand. I would also like to thank Miss Lena and Miss Miller for believing in me and my artistic abilities. I probably wouldn't have started my own business if it wasn't for their constant encouragement. Thank you, Miss Carla, for helping me navigate through dual enrollment, helping me see my full potential, and getting my associate's degree. Lastly, I would like to thank all my friends that have had my back through thick and thin. On the field or bench, in class, outside of school, or just over the phone. Even though I don't have many, those few people made my days enjoyable. They made me laugh and they made me cry. I mean, they didn't make me cry. I'm sorry. They listened when I cried. Overall, they never let me give up. Sorry. Even though I'm not the easiest person to get along with, or understand, they were my friends. So, fellow graduates of 2023, I leave you with a quote. You can't just give up on life just because the situation is not ideal. Great people aren't great because they have no problems. They are great because no matter what life throws at them, they find a way to make it through. Now, please welcome Ms. Martello for the principal's address.
Thank you. I want to say my speech was about pearls of wisdom, but I feel a little bit inadequate after you ladies have spoken because you are wise beyond your years. So, congratulations, seniors. What an exciting milestone we are here to celebrate this evening. Time really does slip away, which is exactly what you guys have been saying. So, in fact, it's been a decade at Laurel Hill, and you guys are my 10th class of Hobo seniors. So you're a very special group. And I want to encourage you to live each and every moment from this day forth. And just like Coach Smith shared with you last night at Baccalaureate, Laurel Hill has prepared you. You are ready. As evidence of how prepared you are, I share with you some of your classmates' top pearls of wisdom. Life should be a wild adventure. You get to define it. As Franklin's My Lundy, or as we all know her as Michaela Lundy, her quote is, "Life isn't about waiting for the storm to pass, but learning how to dance in the rain." I encourage you to dance because there's going to be a lot of rainstorms. Always believe in yourself. Alexandra's quote will remind you that nothing in life is impossible as long as you take the first step. That is always the hardest, but you can do it. You guys can do anything. Go for it. You are capable of amazing things. Miss Kaylee would say, futures don't make themselves, we must create them. So your future is a blank canvas. And tonight and each day forward, you get to start painting. What will you make of it? Do good and good will come to you. Mr. Josh Centerfit's motto, your future is only as good as the work you put into it. He is correct. Working hard and doing good for others will create the most meaningful future. In everything you do, be grateful, because Alyssa would look around at her classmates and tell them, you will never know the value of a moment until it becomes a memory. Tonight, sitting here in this gym is one of those moments. And finally, being scared means you are about to do something really, really brave. Embrace every tomorrow to make a difference. And to quote Ryder, be the change you wish to see in the world. I encourage you to do all things with kindness, and remember, it's going to be the chances you take, the people you meet, the people you love, and the faith you have that will define your life. So the class of 2023, this is your mission. When you leave Laurel Hill School, never be discouraged, never hold back, and give life everything you've got. And from the words of Coach Smith again, hobos, you are ready.
And now we'll present our graduates. To begin with, Logan McKenna Helms.
One more time for me. One more time for me.
One more, Ms. McCullough.
One more time for me. At a closed eye. There you go. Thank you.
Amy Lynn Sitterfield. Riley Elizabeth Odie. Brianna K. Mott. Dallas Marie Stokes. Ethan Wyatt Kuhn. Ethan Wyatt Kuhn. Austin Travis Durrell. Emma Jo Guthrow. Hunter Keith Hicks. Macy Grace Holt. Timothy Chance Holt. Ashley Scott Leach. Michaela Rose Long. Michaela Brianne Lundy. Jeremy Kylan Martin. Tyler Hayes Pettis. Alexandra Molly Rojas. Jesslyn Ava Schlinger. Joshua Taylor Sitterpip.
Don't trip, Josh.
Allison Ann Seymour. Alyssa Lynette Stewart. Jacob Thomas Stewart.
Bust it down, J1.
Kaylee Brianne Taylor. Jalen Michelle Todd. Neil Allen Twitty. Nikki Taylor Unalt. Dylan Michael Wallace. Xander Nicholas Williams. At this time, if you'll give your attention to the slideshow for the graduating class of 2023.
showed up for this special event. And to the teachers who made this night happen for us seniors. All I can say that we did it, even though we had a rough couple years. We can say that we did it together. I want to start by thanking a few teachers, Ms. Chandler. I want to thank you for helping me even through everything, even when me and Amy had an argument that day. Miss Beard, you are like a second mother to me. You helped me through every Miss breakdown about math. You and Miss Chandler are amazing people. Don't change yourselves. To Miss Sarah, thank you for helping me. I wouldn't know what to do without you. From the last two teachers. They are real like Miss Chandler and Miss Beard. They also helped me through so much as well. Miss Lena and Miss Franklin. I can't think of all the things I want to say. I want to say thank you the most. Whenever I didn't believe in myself, you believed me. Thank you. To my mom. For the past year, I know you've been stressed. I hope you can feel better now that I'm graduating. I love you too, little girl. And I will always be a little girl. Even when I grow up and move out, I love you both. To my cousins, Riley and Kaden. Your time will soon come and pass, so take your time in school while you are still a kid. I have a lot of thank yous to say, but thank you to all I met you, to my classmates. I know we all had a rough senior year, but I want you to know I had a blast with you guys. Thank you for the funny moments for our lasted. To my lower classmen and future upcoming seniors, your time will soon come. Make funny moments don't rush things to become a senior. You will regret not spending time with your classmates. Make new memories and do not stress yourself too hard. To Ms. Adams, thank you for making everything possible to have it tonight. Thank you.
Okay, seniors, it's that time. It's time to move your tassels from the right side. Hold on. From the right side to the left side. If you ever forget which side your tassel will now be on, remember that you're going to wear it on your left side over your heart to remind you of your alma mater, Laurel Hill. You may turn your tassel.